Good morning, and first I want to thank you for and give you gratitude for taking the time and opportunity to watch this video to better your life in order for you to start achieving what it is that you desire to achieve in your life. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why my clients that I have performance trained ended up having the best results that they could possibly have, as well as continuing to be able to change and develop and grow their life exactly how they choose to grow their life. And also, by the end of this video, I'm going to give you one of the major processes that we go through in my performance coaching so that the mental alchemy of your mind, your body, your emotions, your spirit all work together to give you the results that you desire to have in the quad of your life. And that quad being in your relationship, being in your wealth, being in your spirituality, and being in your health. And as a former personal trainer, I want you guys to understand this. Now, I am Coach Renz. I am a mental alchemist as well as a performance coach, and I use my ability to be able to help see inside of what you really need to do and what's really going on in your life, to see the problems that you have had, the stresses that you've had, the conditionings that you have had in your life that has created the situation that you have right now, whether it be in your health, your wealth, your relationships, or your spirituality. That is what I do as your performance coach. And we deal with the whole 360 of your life. Now, many of you have been with personal trainers before, and I understand that. And many personal trainers do a very good job of helping you with your diet. They do a very good job of helping you with your exercise regime. But what many lack, and what separated me from others that made me a performance coach, is that with my clients through their health regime, I ensure that the entire performance of their lives are bettered, are increased, are they find the abundance in it. And that's what I want to be able to bring to you guys right now. So if you're working with a personal trainer, that's great. You're getting the health part. You may be getting more self-love, and that's great as well. What I want you to also be able to garner from this is the ability to change every other aspect of your life. As all my clients know, if you can change your body, you can change your life. The same processes you use to change your body is the same processes we use to change our lives. So I want you to be able to know this, to see this. So imagine, if you will, that if you are having an issue with self-love, if you're having an issue with self-image, if you're having an issue with family and friends, and you're having an issue with your work life and your financial life, that all those things combine together to create the life that you desire and deserve to have. Without that combination, then you only are fixing one portion of your situation, of your life. It's kind of like in my idea of a capacity map, that you have to have, balance, a balance in life, a balance in your work life, a balance. Otherwise, your capacity, your full capacity can never be reached, nor can it be expanded for infinite growth. So it kind of creates like when you have that bump in your tire, and every time you hit it, it boom, boom. Every time you hit that bump in your tire, you hit a portion that makes the ride unstable, because you've grown in one area, but the rest of your life has not grown effectively as well. So we want to eliminate that bump and have a smooth ride through life. I know things that are hard are worth working for, and that's true to a certain extent, but things do not have to be as hard as we make them. We can make things happen in our lives a lot easier when we understand the process. And so if you can imagine the life that you truly desire, imagine having the relationships with your family and your romantic relationship that you desire, having the amount of wealth that you desire, not what someone else has said, not what someone else has dictated, but what you desire, having the health, not only the look, the physical look, but having the energy, but having the dexterity, having all the things, having the ability, the flexibility of your health to be able to go and hike the trails you want to hike, go and swim the channels you want to swim, being able to go and see and travel in the way that is comfortable for you, and not have to use special requirements in your travel, or just not be able to go because you physically or energetically can't do it. Imagine having that in your life. And that's what I do as a performance coach. And as your mental alchemist, what we look at are the habits that you have created over your experiences, the habits that you have created by your conditioning. These are the things that have made up your life in its current form today. So in my process, we discover what those things are, and then from that point, centered on you and not a generic program that's for everyone, centered on you, we find the pathway to be able to remove and break those habits, to change those habits. And one of those ways that we do that, first we go through our capacity map program, our process of a capacity map. After we get that, then we look at the mental, physical, emotional environments that you have been in, condition wise, that you have been in, the way you've related things to yourself in every aspect. And we go from that point to carve out a program especially for you, that works for your life and no one else. And then we set our expected results. After we set our expected results, we start to move forward. Now, let me tell you one of the ways we do this. One of the ways we do this is that we change the triggers in your life. You see, triggers are there in your life right now that is creating your condition. Many of you, every day, you say that you're going to start a workout program or you're going to work out. But one of the triggers that you have is that your workout gear is unseen. And with it being unseen, you have the ability to ignore it and delay it. One of my former clients, who's now doing great with herself, have maintained her conditioning over the last 6 years and have increased her life dramatically, economically, relationship-wise. One of her triggers was that we had to reset was the gym that she favored was past her house. And driving through Atlanta traffic, it can be very disturbing to drive through that traffic and then have to go home or go straight to the gym after you pass your home. Oftentimes, the traffic was so infuriating that she would get to her exit and just get off and go home and say, tomorrow. But once we start recognizing some of the triggers, the first thing we did was, instead of her workout gear being at home, it was in a bag that was in her car that she packed the night before. The other trigger that we started was that there was a franchise of that same gym that was on the pathway before she gets to her house, and we took a slight detour to go to that facility instead of going past her house. That way she went there first, and that facility was before she got to traffic. So she never had the trigger of the traffic causing her to not go work out. Instead, she would go work out, and by the time she completed her workout, the majority of the traffic had dissipated, so the drive home became easier. So she was able to create a new trigger simply by having her clothes already ready and by going to a gym that was before her home. So the traffic trigger went away. It became an unseen. The traffic was an unfavorable trigger. We created a favorable trigger. In the same way that with food, in order for my children to not get so caught up into the sugary foods, we instead of putting the fruit inside the crisper, the bowl of fruit was beautifully decorated in a bowl, sitting on the counter with ease of access. So we made it easy for the children to grab grapes, easy for them to grab bananas, easy for them to grab a mango, easy for them to grab an apple. We made it easy to grab a plum so that when they would want something, desire a snack, the easy snack was the fruit. When they desired liquid, the easy was grab the water that was in the front of the refrigerator, or I like it at room temperature, the water that's sitting right next to the refrigerator, so that it was easy to grab, made the cookies and the other sweets harder to reach, higher in cabinets in the back of the refrigerator, so it was more difficult for them. Because of that, their triggers were changed, and I look for the triggers in your life, and we can make all those different as well. Now, in order to do this, then you have to go to CoachRenz.com. You go to CoachRenz.com. Right now I'm taking 20 new clients, and those 20 new clients will work out twice a day with me personally or online. And you will have your entire process created for you, and we'll work out and get you into the shape that you desire, but at the same time working on your mental alchemy to increase your performance all around in your life. So just go to CoachRenz.com, sign up for our Alchemy of Life program. And when you do that, you'll be able to work and move your life in ways that you can now imagine. So y'all have a great day. Remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. And if you can change your body, you can change your life.